and confidence in ourselves that no matter what happens, it was supposed to happen. We were supposed to learn the lesson of it. And this sort of like, let me show you what, instead of me trying to be the expert to you, let me be the maven. Let me live my life and let me share the lessons that I learn to you. Because I don't have it figured out, and I'm confident that I haven't figured it out, right? But I'm also confident that I know I'm going to die having it figured out. And come with me in this journey that I am on. Come with me in this experience that I'm on, just like you have an experience that you are in. And let me guide with you through this. And so any of the people that I've seen blow up online, many of the people that are clients of mine, many are not, they did that. Hey, come along for the ride. Let me bring you behind the scenes. This is not a polished machine. I don't know what's going on, right? I know that I did this and that happened. This happened. You know, being able to share who you are in its full essence. And it's really what it comes down to, you being able to be confident to say, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to figure it out. And, you know, come with me as we figure it out together. Right? So these are the things, right? These are the things, the ability for someone to feel seen and heard, which comes down to your presence, right? I also believe that when we are present, we are able to open our mouths and the universe is able to come through us. We are a conduit of energy, right? It doesn't always have to be our words, right? But you can only do that if you're not trying to figure out what words are going to be next, okay? The ability to trust yourselves, the ability to have that edge, right? The unfair advantage that makes it so that nobody else, doesn't matter how many people are selling the same thing as you, doesn't matter how many people are in the coaching industry, doesn't matter how many people are in the industry that you're in. You don't have competition because nobody can compete with who you are because there's only one of you, right? I don't believe in competition. I really don't. I believe that when we show up and we want what we want and we are ready to do the work and we're ready to show up on a daily basis and serve people, that those people want to be served by us. We had transparency and openness, ability for someone to really feel the full version of you. And of course, the belief and confidence and being able to share this version of the story as it unfolds. No matter if it's a bad month, it's a good month, it's an emotional roller coaster, you're crying in your bathroom, you don't know what to do, or you do know what to do and you're so excited that you reached a mountaintop. And so that when you combine these things, and keep in mind, this is a practice, this is a daily practice to be able to do this. Waking up every single day and having enough trust, I don't wake up every single day. Myself, I don't wake up every single day and be like, you know what, I'm confident, I know what I need to do today. Right? A lot of time I get in the shower and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do today. I've got a heck of a lot of people listening to me. And so it brought me to a point going back to, oh, you know what? I don't need to worry about that. Right? I just need to go help people and the right things will happen. Right? So this is a daily practice that you have to implement in every single piece of your life. Right? Magnetization is the way in which you be, right? It's not necessarily the thing you do. It's the way that you are when you are alone by yourself. It is the way that you are that you're able to be with someone and they feel like you're actually there. It's the way that you're able to write something and they say, that was written for me. It's a way of being able to get on a sales call and say, the other person be in their mind, I trust this person. I don't know what they're selling. I don't even care what they're selling. But I want to follow this person and I trust them more than I trust them myself. So you know what? Here's the reins. I'm going to let them lead. And then the very last piece is realizing that magnetization requires you to understand the responsibility that you have to be able to lead. Because not everybody on the planet can be magnetizing. Not that many people are ready to lead. Not that many people are actually ready to be able to do what it takes to be magnetizing. Because it takes having an entirely new mindset. It takes becoming a whole new person. You know how many people are, well, you know what? I don't want to do that because that's not really me, or that's not my, I don't want to give up that, or I don't want to give up this, or, you know, I don't feel like posting that way, or I don't feel like blank, right? So many people are stuck into the pattern of their past instead of the pattern that needs to happen for their present. And so there is absolutely a responsibility, if you're listening to this, to be able to be magnetizing. Because great leadership, a great entrepreneur has to be magnetizing. Because a great entrepreneur and a great leader has to be followed. And so this is what I've, up to this point, learned what it takes. And if you do this on a day basis, you know, listen, I've been doing this for, you know, really only 6 years like this, you know, and seeing life and, you know, making my mind up, you know what, I'm going to be magnetizing. I'm going to be somebody that people want to follow, not from an inauthentic place, not from well, I'm just going to do crazy stuff for the sake of it, but like, I am going to live a life that's interesting. I'm going to live a life that's on the edge. I'm going to live a life where, you know what, it's not going to be boring. I'm going to live a life that's almost a movie script, right? And so this is what happens when you do these things. Your life becomes a movie script. Your life becomes this like, oh my God, like that. How is this happening? How's that happening? How's that happening? You know, and so you end up creating this great movie script. And what happens when someone creates a great movie script? It wants to be seen, right? It wants to be seen. And that's what magnetizing people end up creating: the ability to be seen, the ability for those people that see them to feel seen, and those people to be inspired, to be motivated, and to be able to be in a place where you positively affect so many more people, because you can be, because magnetization allows for someone to say, I want to know more.